This is not the flu. It's not fake news. It's not going to magically disappear.
Within the 8 months of the fight against COVID-19, underlying tensions between Governor Larry Hogan and the White House at times surfacing.
The governor from Maryland didn't really understand the list. He didn't understand too much about what was going on, so now I think he'll be able to do that. It's pretty simple.
Well, if there was an easier way, we certainly would have taken it.
The tension stemming from a $9 million purchase in state funds of 500,000 COVID-19 test kits from South Korea in April.
But it literally will help save the lives of thousands of Marylanders.
Post-election, a tense back and forth playing out on social media. President Trump sharing a report the South Korean test kits were flawed, saying in a tweet, quote, "This rhino or Republican in name only will never make the grade." Hogan is just as bad as the flawed test he paid big money for. Hogan directly responding to the president, quote, "If you had done your job, America's governors wouldn't have been forced to fend for themselves to find tests in the middle of a pandemic." He went on to say, quote, "Stop golfing and concede."
I think there's a lot of concern here.
Questions began coming up after our 11 News I-team uncovered in September an investigation was underway in reports of false positive results at nursing homes.
They have not been forthcoming or transparent with much of any information with regards to these tests.
Sunday morning on CNN State of the Union, the governor taking aim at the president, calling his refusal to concede in the 2020 presidential race embarrassing.
It's time for them to stop the nonsense. It just gets more bizarre every single day, and frankly, I'm embarrassed that more people in the party aren't speaking up.
And the governor plans to hold a coronavirus press conference Monday at 4. Of course, WBAL will be carrying that press conference in the special edition of TV 11 News at 4. I'm Trey Ward, WBAL TV 11 News.